be showing you how to plant your own tree. Now, trees are so important for our environment. They clear out all the carbon dioxide, they filter out our air, they are a habitat for so many animals, bugs as well, and they also are a food source. So berries, nuts, fruits, all sorts of wonderful things. Our tree population has been under attack over the past few years by a horrible disease known as Dieback. Dieback has come into the country through the plant trade, and it comes in through fungus. It attacks the tree on the outside in, and it can show indications like premature leaf browning and also lesions on the bark. Now, when the tree is trying to fight off this disease, it can leave itself susceptible to other pathogens and infections that can attack it further. Unfortunately, some trees aren't strong enough to make it through, but there are some that are able to tolerate Dieback, and we're trying to push those trees further within our woodland. The trees that are unable to survive due to Dieback unfortunately sometimes need to be cut down because they're in public areas and can be a risk to life. But don't worry, because those trees that do get cut down, there are planting projects in place. I'm here at Story Gardens at Staunton Country Park, and I'm going to be putting in some beech hedging. Now, some things to consider when you're planting a tree is that trees can be a bit fussy, like we can be fussy also. So when you plant a tree, you need to consider the environment that you're putting it into. What sort of soil does it like? And where are you going to be putting that tree? You need to think about buildings, pipework, walls, all sorts of things need to be considered when you're planting a lovely tree to make sure that it's growing healthy and happy. Now, once you've decided on the tree that you want, there's also some other things that you need to consider. You need to look after that tree before you plant it. I have here a contained beech hedging, so we've had to give it lots and lots of water before it goes into the ground. If you have some trees delivered that are bare rooted, you need to keep them in water. If you have those roots exposed, the hairs will dry up and then the tree may not survive once you plant it. Right, when you're planting your tree, you need some little things to help you along the way. I've got myself a shovel because we're going to be doing a bit of digging today. And you're also going to need plenty of water, so have them to hand. Here is my beech hedging. Now we're going to pop it in one of these holes that we've already made. So what we need to do is we just need to get it out of that pot. Now, as you can see, there's lots of roots that are wrapped around where the pot was. So all we just want to do is we just want to loosen it up a little bit just so we can free some of those roots. We've got to be super careful though, because those roots are important. Once we've broken up the bottom a bit more, then we can pop it back into the ground and make it nice and comfortable. Right, we've freed up some of those roots, we're going to pop it into the ground. Now these holes were already dug a while ago, so what we've done is we put a bit of water in there just to make it nice and comfortable for the tree when it gets potted. Right, the tree is in. Now we've got to do is we've just got to put in the dirt that we've taken out back in, and we basically tucking the tree into the bed, making it nice and comfortable. So I better go and grab my shovel. We're just tucking it in around the edges, making sure it's nice and secure. You may have noticed that when I popped the tree in, it was deep enough that the whole base was put right into the ground. That's something to really consider when you're planting your own tree, is to make sure that those roots are below ground and that they have plenty of space to stretch out, plenty of nutrients and water. Now our tree is in, so we're just going to pat it down, make sure that it's nice and comfortable. Now when you first plant your tree, they need lots and lots of water in those early stages. So it's likely that you might need to water it every single day, depending the time of year, just to make sure that it's getting all of that water to help it grow big and strong. As you can see, our beech hedging comes with a lovely cane just to keep it nice and straight and strong. In the early stages, trees will need that little bit of support just to help them along the way until they are well established in the ground. So when you're planting, there's also other things to consider. It's things like stakes and canes, and also if you can find a sheath just to protect it a bit more, just from those pesky little animals that come along and want to have a little nibble. Now your tree is in the ground, it's all about the aftercare. So you've got to look after this little tree. It's still only small, so you need to keep checking up on it, making sure it's got plenty of water, making sure that there are any signs of distress or anything on the leaves or on the bark. And if there is, try and resolve those problems as soon as possible. It's all about looking after these trees once they go into the ground. You can buy trees from any local garden centres or tree suppliers. Just remember, as I said before, to think about the environment in which your tree is going into. Is it the right soil for the particular tree that you want? And also, is the space right? We don't want any trees to overcrowd, and we don't want it to impact on any infrastructure. So those are important things to remember when you're buying your trees. Thank you for watching our video. If you've enjoyed our video today, then don't forget to like and subscribe to more of our amazing videos. Also, there is lots more information as well about the ash dieback and what the Hampshire Countryside Service are doing to combat this. Thank you for watching.